But we begin tonight with a big lie. No, not the big lie, another lie.
I traveled to the Del Rio sector of Texas. That's where I spoke to a woman who shared her story with me. She had been sex trafficked by the cartels starting at the age of 12. This is the United States of America, and it is past time, in my opinion, that we start acting like it. President Biden's border policies are a disgrace.
Now, while she does not explicitly say when and where these horrific events took place, it is heavily implied that it happened on President Biden's watch, which turns out not to be the case at all. As journalist Jonathan Katz uncovered this weekend, not only did these atrocities take place in Mexico and not in the United States, they happened between 2004 and 2008 when the American president was George W. Bush.
To be clear, the story that you relayed is not something that's happened under the Biden administration, that particular person.
Well, I very clearly said I spoke to a woman who told me about when she was trafficked when she was 12. So I didn't say a teenager. I didn't say a young woman, a grown woman, a woman when she was trafficked when she was 12.
Let me show you just a little bit about, we did talk to the woman in question that Katie Britt referenced here at CNN. Here's what she told us. Watch.
Yes. In fact, I hardly ever cooperate with politicians because it seems to me that they only want an image. They only want a photo. And that to me is not fair. I work as a spokesperson for many victims who have no voice, and I really would like them to be empathetic. And I think she should first take into account what really happens before telling a story of that magnitude.
So it is interesting to put a voice to this woman in this case.
And the fact that the underlying sequence apparently took place on President George W. Bush's watch, to me, was just a reinforcement that there's so much culpability relative to the border to go around. It's not a Republican issue. It's not a Democratic issue. It's an issue for all of them. And it just hasn't been solved on anybody's watch.
And this is why I've invited you into this strange, empty kitchen. Because Republicans wanted me to appeal to women voters, and women love kitchen.